Hello? I'm live. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let's see if this will even work, by the way. Move this back to me. Look at that. First time setup. Been wanting to play the game for a little bit. Or by play, I mean go back to it. Just for the bragging rights. I guess this isn't YS, or this isn't Yeast 1 Complete, this is Yeast Chronicles? Is this Yeast Chronicles, or... Oh geez, get off the screen. Resolution. How is this going to display? What are these keyboard controls though? What the heck? Alright, hello, hello. It's me. I'm not supposed to be streaming today. Yet here I am. Trying to remember, what did I usually use? Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. Like this game uses like a weird numpad movement system because it wasn't made to be played on a thing, on a keyboard. All right, so let's see. This uses bump system, so we want to do KOP. I think KO. No, we want to do okay. L. I'm trying to remember my... I've done this before. Semicolon. Inventory. Menu. Information. Yeah, that looks good. Quick swap 1. One of these. Inventory. I like inventory like a K. Yeah. Send it. Input settings. That's fine. No gamepad. Primary sound driver. Speakers. I think that should be fine. I guess we'll see. We'll see. So stop running this. I think I'm gonna need to adjust my screen regions as well. Let's play Yeast 1. Might need to change the... Oh my god. No. Turn off Spotify. Is this Spotify? Pooperling. What happened? What happened? Get me out of here. What happened, dude? Launch the configuration tool. What? Display mode. I guess we'll bump it down to something a bit smaller for sure. Probably like a 1920 by 1080. Probably should also turn off texture filtering now I'm thinking about it. So we get the kind of crispy sprites probably. We can always turn that back off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not actually Yeast 1 Complete. I'm pretty sure this is Yeast Chronicles 1. There we go. Yeah. Oh no, Yeast Chronicles is a mobile game. Get me out of here. Yeast Chronicles 1 and 2. What are these categories, dude? I guess this is plus. Yeast Chronicles 1 plus. Yeah, there we go. RPG action. Point. Probably. We'll figure it out. Alright, send me once again. Play Yeast 1. I'll need to adjust my screen region. Oh my god, this is horrible. What is this? Is this not... So if I full screen this, if I What happened? What's going on? What is your problem? Self-updater, get out of here. No, please. How do I full screen this? Boom, boom. No. Is it in options? Display. Point. No, we want... Yeah, no, we want crispy textures. Alright. Give me 1 second. Hello, Feldy. How are you doing today? I don't usually stream on Mondays, but I figured that I'd... Because usually on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays, those are my off days. So I'm usually playing just games on my own time, on like a console or something. But I'm pretty much getting to the end of Ys 9, and I realized I haven't played through... I played through all the games on hard, but apparently there's like additional boss patterns on other difficulties. And by other difficulties, I mean... whatchamacallit? Other difficulties, I mean nightmare difficulties. So that's what I want to just do today. And since I'm playing on the computer, I might as well just stream it as well. Although it's a bit tough since actually, what is the resolution of this monitor? That might make things a bit easier. I have put almost no thought into how I will display this. Extend 3080 by... Yeah, I tried this and it looked really bad, but we'll try it. Maybe I was crazy. Yeah, Ys 1, not too bad. No. Look at this, it's like somewhat off the screen. And I can change how I capture this in OBS, but I don't think this is playable for me. So I can change the OBS capture, but that doesn't change anything so that you can see it, but I won't be able to see it. Especially the very important bottom half of the screen. 16 by 9. I think that's... What is 3840 by 2160? What scale resolution is that? I'm not good at math. 16 by 9, and then we can just capture it a bit differently, I suppose. Very professional stream. Did not bother to adjust anything. Alright, hold on. Duplicate scene. This is Ys. Spelled Y-S, but pronounced Ys. Let's see. We want to do game capture. Sure, just call it game capture. Then we'll capture specific window. Ys 1 plus. Yes. Is it working? Is it working? No. We can capture this. There we go. Oh, but this isn't gonna fit on the on stream. Hold on. If I click this, no, I need to find the resolution scale of my monitor. Hold on. Common display resolutions. Hold on. We can do this. We can do this. 3840 by... What was this? I can close and open this. 2160. That is 16 by 9. Huh? Oh, is this not rendering in 16 by 9? Hold on. Frame type, no, that's fine. Filtering, point filtering, so we don't have any fuzziness. Alright, hold on. OBS is capturing in 16 by 9. I'm capturing in 16 by 9. Let's launch the config tool once again. And maybe I can just force this to be... Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We can make this work. We can make this work. I guess we can just have... I don't really have another overlay. I only have the one overlay. I think. What if we just don't full screen it? Maybe that will be fine. I don't know what that will change, but in my head that makes sense. But yeah. Let me see. And then we can just change it to be full screened. Oh, actually, no, hold on. Launch the config tool. As long as we don't full screen it, then I can just use the max resolution, right? Send it. Play Yeast 1. It should just launch like at the size of my screen. Nope, that's not how that works. You lied to me. I didn't full screen it, didn't I? Yeah, it's not full screen. Maintain aspect ratio. Perhaps we'll do that. Go back to 16:9. I guess we'll just figure out a display ratio. Go back here. All right. Okay. That's slightly better. Oh no. No, that's not better. Get me out of here. No, we do want to maintain the aspect ratio. That looks horrible. Hold on. Maintain aspect ratio. Apply. 16:9, we can make that work. What's a higher 16? I guess 920x1080. Yeah. And we'll just kind of stretch it out as far as we can. Let's give that a shot. Then when we full screen it, it's a bit scuffed. It's a bit scuffed. But let's fit to screen. All right, you can't see it, so it's fine. There we go. So from Yeast, we can remove desktop capture. And there we go, I think. Yeah, there we go. So like on my screen, it's a bit scuffed, but on the stream screen, it's fine. Anyways, I'll play Yeast Chronicles. Need to stop clicking out of this. No mouse controls. Bump system. Nightmare. Let's let's go. Wow. Ancient Yeast vanished. Lewd, by the way. I think I actually skipped this on my first playthrough. I have no memories of this. Oh, hello, Rogue Nation. Doing alright, doing alright. Today's one of my off days, but since I was playing a PC game, I decided, why not? We could just ruin my streak of only streaming programming to play through a bunch of really hard games. I think the title and category is still wrong. Is it? Did I not update my category? Send it. Did it update? He's done it. Thank you for the heads up. I configured everything, but did not press the update button in the done button in OBS. Apologies. Using UIs is hard. It's a hard life being a programmer but not being able to read. Did you know that there's now a Twitch category called software and game development? There is, yes. I've been streaming under that for a while. I think if you looked under my recently streamed categories, it should be, what do you even call it? It's like science and technology, and then software and game development. Those are the two categories I stream under. Yeah, they added that like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Yeah. It doesn't really make a huge difference for me. 1 minute ago was also still software and game development. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Bluto? Oh, good, you're awake. Yeah, apologies if you're here for the software and game development. That is tomorrow. To be honest, I'm feeling a bit burnt out from programming. But I gotta force myself to do it, otherwise I'll just stop doing it entirely. Which is why I like streaming it. Or I just want to watch something. Oh baby. For Ludum Dare. Yeah, it was the Ludum Dare, man. The Ludum Dare really killed me. Absolutely murdered my desire to work on games, but I gotta force myself to do it. Don't strain yourself now. Your body is covered in bruises. Silent protagonist, by the way. So, you still hurting anywhere? Still hurting anywhere? Adol checked himself. Very unfortunate name, by the way. There was some pain, but nothing debilitating. Get some rest. You're in a clinic at Barbado Port. Click, click. Hey Dad, is the stranger awake yet? Sloth. Sloth? How did the meeting go? Same as always, no real progress. Well, the patient's only just awoken. Glad to see you back among the living. Ah yes, where are my manners? My name is Bluto, I own and operate this clinic. This is my son, Sloth. He found you collapsed on the beach and brought you here. That's actually, that grammar was incorrect, I think. We drove off the rebel that attacked you. It was a real close call. Adol told Sloth his name and expressed his gratitude. Adol, eh? Good name. Don't recognize you, though. Where are you from? Adol explained that he journeyed from Promolok to Asteria by boat. My word, you came from overseas? Amazing. You're the first man I know to get past the storm wall. What do you two think you're doing? Uh-oh. Here she comes. Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up. I'll chew you up, Sloth, if you keep making comments like that. The man's wounded, you know. Shouldn't you leave him be? He needs his rest. That's my Ayla. Always keep us in check. You make a good point, my dear. Yeah, okay, I'll stop talking his ear off. Rest up, Adol. But know this, I'm not done with you yet. Can't you hurry this along? Isn't one of these buttons speeds it up? Under the clinic's care, Adol recovered quickly several days later. Alright, oh boy. The bump system. Alright. Let's see. I remapped the controls to like a very weird WASD comma L semicolon control scheme. Good morning, Adol. You seem to be in tip-top shape now. Still, you should probably take it easy for a bit, just in case. Well, I suppose a walk around town could do you some good. Just don't overexert yourself. For a boy your age to have slept so soundly, you must have quite a story to tell. Adolf, the portside warehouse has become a home base for the town's militia. Slop should be there. He can answer any questions you might have. Just be careful not to do too much too soon. Listen, Adolf, there are monsters outside town, so don't push your luck, okay? Alright. Alright, where's my save button? Is it escape? Please let me save. Files, save. Alright. There's my normal file. I've played this on normal before. But apparently on Nightmare, there are different boss patterns. So, as mentioned before, Yeast 1, not too bad. Yeast 2 is horrible, and I think I played that on normal as well. So I'm a little nervous, but this one wasn't too hard. If only because you could kind of cheese it. Or at least cheese the last boss. Talk to Dr. Bluto. Slop is well on his way to making the town's militia a force to be reckoned with. He's always one to insist on shouldering everyone else's burdens. A real stubborn one. He never listens to a single word I say. He reminds me of someone else in this room. Haha. I know you're a strapping young lad and all, but please don't overestimate yourself. We don't want you getting hurt again. Don't they have a different dialogue? No? No? No, we don't need anything. Well, you seem to be healthy enough to want to be up and about, but still take care of yourself out there, okay? Alright. Thanks, bro. I wonder how this will look if I... It's a bit big. It's a bit big on this screen. I'm actually having trouble reading the dialogue. Well, now, who might you be? You young man who... That Dr. Bluto has been looking after. You must be through a lot. Oh, you're looking very well. That's Bluto for you. Alright. How do I get out of here? Alright. Nice. So I know that... Spoilers, I played this game before. But I do also know that you're not supposed to go outside, otherwise you will just absolutely get your butt kicked. Because you cannot damage the monsters very well. Did you come with the mainland? Isn't the storm really neato? I hope it stays forever. If it ever goes away, the girl next door will have to leave with her family. Oof, oof, oof. Slop is working hard to keep the town safe, but in the end, he might just be kidding himself. Rather than live in fear of a monster attack, wouldn't it be better for everyone in Barbados to move to Minia? Ooh, intrigue. Who are these places? This is the town where I was born and raised. It's my home to even consider living this place. But my child's safety is paramount, so perhaps Minia, with its city wall, really is the place to be. Where's the warehouse? I'm lost. We can kind of pet the dog. We can accost the dog and trap him in the corner. Is this the warehouse? This does not look like a warehouse. Most of this is just kind of chitsy NPC dialogue. It's kind of an old game. You could be moving around like that. Every time I stopped by, you were sound asleep. You must have been exhausted. I missed that piece of dialogue. I'd love to know what people are saying about us. Adol told Slop he heard the land was cursed. Cursed, huh? That's not really true, but it's also not too far off. Guess we can't count on any support from the outside if they think we're cursed over here. Gotta take action. Anyway, singular. I don't know a whole lot, but I'll gladly answer any questions I can. Ask away. Anything on your mind? Oh, geez. Let's just go. I don't really want to talk. Give me a sword. Who has a sword? Alright, storm wall. Great. Deep lore. None of this is deep lore, though. Armory. Give me a sword. It's locked. Alright, let's go talk to you about Barbados. Not you. Oh, I forgot that there's a top level here. Isn't there like there's like a chest up here or something? Or is it just you? Watch the surrounding area from here. That way, if the demons try to mount an attack, we can see them coming and get ready for it. Cool, bro. Do you tell everyone that? Alright, let's talk to you. How you adjusting to Asterian life? Barbados. Barbados is the only port town in Asteria. It used to be just a small fishing village until silver was discovered nearby. Then it boomed overnight. Ever since the storm wall showed up, no ships can get in or out. Our exporting days are over. So now it's just a fishing village again, for the time being anyway. Anyway, singular. At least everyone got some money from something. Asteria is a small island country. There are only a few towns here: Barbados, the walled city of Minia, and Zepik village in the mountains. Not long ago, there was also a town called Raston, but it got wiped out by monsters after the mine closed. The place where I found you is called Whitehorn Beach. Mother of pearl pieces, wash ashore there. Great place for a stroll, save for the monsters everywhere. What else? Oh yeah, Darm Tower, Asteria's claim to fame, sort of. It just seems to kiss the clouds, doesn't it? On clear days, you can see it all the way from the Promalock. There are other touristy spots, but they've been infested with monsters ever since the Stormwall showed up. Darn things really made life difficult for us. Cool. Stormwall up here, let's see, about 6 months or so ago. The first storm started on a night when some trade ships carrying silver set out from Barbados. Buffeted by the storm, the ships were obliterated, washed ashore on Whitehorn Beach the next morning. We first thought it was an isolated incident, but the same fate's been met by every other ship since. That's how the Stormwall got its start, and now we Asterians are pretty much trapped here. Seem pretty excited about that. Most people have just kind of resigned themselves to their fate, but me, I'm too stubborn for that. Nice. When the Stormwall appeared, monsters came with it. That's what attacked you that day on the beach. We call that particular species Rebel. Monsters first appeared on the road up to the mountain, but they began attacking the villages soon after. Barbados in particular was hit pretty badly. Mania just seemed just as vulnerable, but they've got that wall around them, so they're much more secure. Zephyr was spared too somehow. Supposedly kept the monsters out with some kind of mystical bell. We have nothing of the sort here though, so we have to take up arms and defend the town ourselves. Cool. Nothing. Alright. Come back sometime. Do you not give me the sword? Alright, let's go back. I do know that there are like a few triggers. Is it you? Since the ships are all aground, there's no work to be had at the harbor anymore. I'd be hoping to branch out into the silver trade, but that didn't exactly work out either. Bad luck all around. Alright. Oh no, let's just walk outside. Actually, let's save first, so I don't just immediately lose. Bump system. Adol attacks enemies by running into him. His sword is swung automatically without pressing any keys or buttons. The success of his attack is determined by his trajectory or the angle of impact. A head-on strike will likely cause Adol to take damage, but the enemy is struck off-center or from an odd angle, the attacks will prove successful. Enemies can also be struck from behind or from the side with little risk of resistance. Though this technique can backfire if Adol is pitted against an enemy with a large amount of health, since it will quickly turn to face its attacker. Sick. Alright, so here's the strat is to just walk off-center. It's wow. And by off-center I mean diagonals. I don't have any oh, don't hit me. Like this. Ooh. Like this. Just make a few passes. Oh, no, I actually almost died. That's really cool. Oh yeah, you don't actually need to do anything. You can just run. Alright, so let's just cheese it. I should probably reload, but I'm not going to. Alright. Please don't box me in. How do I get to the next town? Gotta be very careful, since that enemy almost one-shot me. West, Mania Gate, 750 Mail. South, Barbados Port, 5 Crim Mile. I guess it's mile. Look at these nerds using the Imperial system. Mania Gate just ahead. Alright, please do not ambush me here. Also, pretty much all of the songs in this game are bangers. Alright, we made it. Where's my sword? We're gonna be skipping through a lot of this stuff until I figure out where we're supposed to go. Mister, are you a swordsman? Well, the fortune teller lady has been looking for a traveling swordsman. I don't even have a sword, lady. Or kid. Please go and see her. No sword. Not sure how you figured me for a swordsman. Fortune teller lady is somewhere near the bottom of the map. Yeah, near this house, probably. That looks fortune tellery. Alright, hello. Oh my, it's you? You are not from Mysteria, correct? Did you come here by crossing the Stormwall? Goddesses, thank you. I've waited so long for this day. You are the one who I've been seeking. Please, get your equipment in order, then return here at once. I must beg a favor of you. Alright, well, very astute of you to realize I don't have any equipment. Hello. Purchase and equip a sword, armor, and shield, then return to this house. Alright. Where is... Alright. I'm assuming that this is where I can buy a sword. Very clear advertising. Ah, welcome. Speak to shopkeeper. No. Which sword? Oh, you can receive a short sword for free, I remember. But I don't know where to do it. Alright, let's just buy it. I just want to... I'm not achievement hunting. I just want to be able to say that I beat the game on Nightmare. Alright, goodbye. Alright. I think I can get a shield from you. I'd be surprised if I couldn't. Welcome. Buy armor. Chainmail. Knitted chair. Chain. 400. I don't have enough to buy a shield. Small shield. Reinforced wood. It's easy and light. Your shield costs more than your armor, by the way, even though it's made out of wood. And the chainmail is presumably made out of chain links. Alright, so let's... Oh god. On a day like this, when the weather is good, you can see Darm Tower clear as anything from the town's ramparts. It's amazing that our ancestors were able to build a tower that stretches up beyond the clouds. Nice. Alright. One of the few instances where I wish I was playing on emulator. Alright. So you just need to stand still and then your HP will recover, by the way. Alright, so let's farm, I guess. Oh, before we farm. Hold on. Alright, get scared. Alright, come at me. Oh, come at me. No, you hit me? It's BS and you know it. That strategy is more or less like foolproof. Maybe not. Maybe in Nightmare you can't cheese the enemies anymore. Oh no, okay. Come at me, come at me. Yeah. Alright, you got me. Alright, reload. Alright, let's go kill. I need to farm up gold. Because I didn't do the pro strat. Because I don't know where the long sword, I don't know where the short sword is. Alright, so I need to go find tree men. Not the goblins. Let me fight you. I think I can stand here and hopefully just not get absolutely trucked by tree man. Ooh. Alright, just stand off to the side. Play it cool. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that health bar. I'm mad. I'm mad. Load me again. Come at me. This is a bit harder than normal. This is a bit harder than normal. Yeah, you're supposed to go off center. Not like that. Don't come at me. Off center. It's like something like this. Yeah, like that. Yeah, okay. Usually you're able to cheese them by just walking diagonally, but I guess maybe I'm bad. Oh no. Like that. It's like jousting. He's doing it. Oh geez. Alright. Almost down to our... almost killed our first enemy. Ooh. I hate it. I hate it so much. Alright. Alright, now I have to actually interface with the game. Off center. There we go. That's what I want. Let's push you into a corner. Alright, that was 6 gold. Feeling pretty good. Save. Yeah, you can't do that with the sword lads though. Oh my god. Cause he was sideways. Nope. Alright, let's try that again. Ooh. Ooh. What you want to do is push them into a corner. Slightly offset. These are the easiest enemies in the game, by the way. And I get 2 hit. Or I get 3 shot actually, not 2 shot. Almost done. And there's my, you can see my EXP bar in the bottom left. It's that red bar right there. Alright. Alright, where's Sword Lad? Ooh, okay. Can you just cheese it like that? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't think this is effective, if I had to guess. I don't think I can actually hit them through their shield. I can hit you through your shield. Let's just push you against... Oh, geez. Like that. That's what I want. I will not fight you on your terms. I will fight you on my terms. AKA push you up against the corner. Nope. Alright. So striking them from the side is a bit scary because I feel like their hitboxes are smaller on the side. So I'm trying to push them against... Ooh. I'm only trying to run up and down at them. Like this. Yeah, there we go. The precision gameplay is actually pretty tough. Alright. This is taking a little bit though. Isn't there... There's other stuff I can do, right? Like I'm pretty sure like the hidden short sword you can get so you don't have to grind is you actually need to go farther along into the game and just kind of avoid enemies for the first like 2 screens. It's absolutely horrible to do. Alright, come at me. Oop. Like that. God, they're so spongy on Nightmare, man. Usually you only need to do that for like a second and then they're dead. Ooh, not you. Please, just give me a level up. He goes up to level 15 in this game, I think. Which makes this a little bit tougher than these two. Ooh, don't hit me. Because your levels in classic RPG fashion actually do something. I got hit, by the way. Very scary. He's coming at me. Whoop. Can I do the diagonal strats? Oh, nope. I can get 2-shot. We're almost there though. Isn't there... There's other things that you can go to, right? Or should I should I actually just reset and try to just look up the location with the short sword? Or do I even have these equipped, by the way? Yeah, I do have these equipped, right? I don't have these equipped. That's why it was taking so long. I'm bad. Definitely know what I'm doing. Silly me. Alright, let's fight these guys again. Now without getting 1-shot or 2-shot. You know, professional, or indie developer, by the way. Alright, yeah, this feels better, yeah. This is more along the lines of what I know. It's still really tough, though. Yeah, alright. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, see, I was saying it only took like 1. Or not 1. Oh, geez. Like 1 second of just pushing these guys into a wall. Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright, I think we can probably just go into the next area. Now that I figured out how to equip things. Let's see. Save this really quick. I mean, I think I can just run to the next town if I'm really careful about it. Or just do this. Oh. Now there's 2 lads. Oop. Wait for it. Let's just push to the next town. And also just do this. Run up. I think there's only goblins here. Yeah. There we go. Bump system. And also try to avoid attacking from the side whenever possible. Fight me. There we go. Ooh, tree man. Where is the next town, by the way? I'm pretty sure this is not it. No? This is totally it, yeah. Oh no. Okay. How do I fight dog? How do I fight the dog? Is it as bad as I remember it? He seems very fast. Oh, not too bad. North Epic Village. I'm pretty sure I missed it. No, yeah, it's west. But anyways, let's go north. Ooh, avoid the dogs. Fight tree man. Oh, not like that. There we go. Push him up against the wall strats. Yeah, this is Epic Village. Yeah. Alright. And then I'm pretty sure this is where you can get a free short sword, but this is the Elder. Oh, young man, where did you come from? Oh, from Barbados? You know Dr. Bluto then? Good, good. I have something to tell you, but you must promise me you will not tell what the villagers know about it. Will you keep this conversation between us? Probably not, but sure. This village is trauma protection. The silver bell has been stolen by thieves. I desperately wish to get it back, but if worst comes to worst, I'll pay any price the thieves may ask. Will you negotiate with them on my behalf? I'd ask the villagers, but they simply mustn't know of this. Yeah. They'll do it? Thank you so much. The Thieves Den is north of the village on the mountain road. If you meet their leader, please tell him I'll pay whatever price he asks for the bell. I'm counting on you, young sir. Alright, cool. Yeah. And then there is... I think this is an important NPC house. No? Hello. When I woke up this morning, my husband, Luto, was gone. He was probably sleepwalking again. Where on earth could he be this time? He went to the tower. Pretty sure he did. Is this it? Is this the mayor's house? Or is this not the mayor's house? Yeah, this is the mayor's house. Let's avoid talking to you. Oh, this is the important one. Do you have any cool dialogue? You're not from Mysteria. Who are you? No one has ever made it past this storm wall. If you feel like you need some guidance, I recommend paying a visit to the fortune teller in Mania. I don't need guidance. I know how the game goes. I just need to accrue EXP a bit faster. Some of these people give quests as well, I think, right? Everyone hates the thieves, but their leader, Goban, is a really great man. Once when I was under attack, he came to my aid. Saved my life, he did. Is it you? I saw a very suspicious-looking man wearing a black cape earlier. He was in an awful hurry. Ran right out of town to the north. There's nothing up there but monsters and thieves. I wonder if he fell into either category. I wonder. Alright, what's up here? I remember that this place is great for pushing your level up. Oh, yo, these guys are so fast. Yeah, there we go. Let's hope they're not all as fast as that guy. I'm pretty sure I'll just get one shot. Come back. Oh god. Yeah. Yep, just got one shot. Alright. Oh, they're so fast, dude. Not like this. One shot, that's too much. I am super underleveled. This is a fact. But jousting these guys head on is really scary. Or jousting these guys from the side is very scary. Come at me. Come at me. God, he's so fast. Like this. Got him, dude. Isn't there a chest somewhere? I'm scared. Please give me fireball so I can at least stun them. Like this. Look at that. Alright, we'll grind for a little bit so I just don't get one shot anymore. Oh my god, there's two of them. Oh. Hurry. Alright, offset. There we go. Alright, come at me one more time. Don't bring a friend. I can see your friend. You can sit in the corner and watch, you weirdo. Oh, I'm scared. He's doing it. He's beginning to believe. Alright, come back. I'm so mad. Alright, that's fine. Alright. Oh my god. Send me again. This AI logic is like the AI logic I write. Alright. Run away. Oop. I missed. There we go. Oh, that's a rock. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's 3 of them. Alright. Come here. Come here. Run down. Oh. Run down. How would you hit me? Alright. Follow me. Like this. Oh. That's very scary. We're almost to level 2. These guys should give you, pretty much like a full stack every time when you do it this early. Am I crazy for thinking that? Alright. I'm mad. Alright. We'll play it safe for a little bit. Because this... Oh, yeah, that's a death. I'm not going to be maintaining a death counter. However fun that might be. You know, that might be a fun idea. They're so fast, dude. Fight me. There we go. If you have not played this game before, I do encourage you to play it for yourself. Oh. Where are you? See, it's not as easy as it looks. Because my man runs at just a breakneck pace. Oh my god. And you also, I'm getting one shot? No. Alright, one more time. It is a really cool system though. It does feel very mobile game-ish to be not having like a dedicated attack button, but instead having like, just like running your character into the other guy. Not like that. There we go. Yeah, bumping into them like that, very inefficient. Ooh. There we go. I could probably get okay at this if I really practiced it. I wonder how the speedrun goes. I'm about to get ganked. Okay. Send me again. Give me another lad to fight. Like that, yes. He's scared, I can feel it. Ooh, I'm scared. Not like this. Alright. Just get me away from this. I'm not interested. Oh. Alright, push you up against the... Alright. There we go. How'd you hit me? Oh, did you... Oh, is the flower like an actual object you can get stuck on? So he bounced off? Maybe? Anyways, this should be fine. Just give me level 2. Just give me level 2. Then we can start doing like real stuff. Oh my god. It's so hard, man. Like, you would not believe how hard it is to like run into these like super fast guys off center. Especially when I'm so under leveled. I'm pretty sure there's a man in the corner here. Level 2, hooray! Okay. Oh my god, do I still get one shot? I don't, I get 2 shot. It's beautiful. It's a new world. Look at that. I can also like kill them really quickly. Alright, this is still like jousting simulator like 1988, 98, but oh, not like this. Getting 2 shot though, that's tough. It's tough. Alright, don't change your trajectory. Sometimes you can get greedy. I'm starting to get greedy. Hold on. Not like this. It's okay. We're offset. We were totally offset, dude. I guess he was also offset for me, but that's why it's scary to do it from the side. It's really hard to gauge how big they are. Alright, at some point I do need to actually save the lady. I took a hit there somehow. Just wait for my HP to recover. God. Every time. Alright, don't gank me. I just need to... 2 hits is all I need. Or 1 hit. I just need to be able to survive 1 hit. Oh my god. It's when they get offset, man. Alright, I'm level 2. We'll just kind of like passively grind, I guess. Like that. There should be other dudes, yeah. Please approach me like this. Like that. There we go. I just need you to not bring a friend. Alright, that's fine. Whee! Yes. Oh my god, I stepped off screen. Not like this. Okay. These guys come out of nowhere, man. Like... Alright, save. Oh no. That's... I cannot judge their hitbox when they're on the side like that. What? I had that. Alright, that's fine. Alright, Thieves Hideout. Thieves Den. Then we'll need to walk back. Oh, hello. Oh, this is where you get the short sword, isn't it? It's good that it regenerates? Oh, yeah, dude. There's actually a trinket you can get that... Well, one thing is that it does not regenerate in dungeons, which makes it really difficult. What will you do? I will talk to the boss. You're either brave or stupid, kid. Why have you come here? This is Gobin, by the way? Don't tell me you actually came here to hunt us down all by yourself. Negotiate. Who? Huh? Who told you that we stole the Silver Bell? I'm afraid you're misinformed. We know how important the Silver Bell is to the people of Zepik. Stealing that would break the villagers' hearts. And that's something we would never do. Alright. Cool. Can I have whatever's in your chest? Chest is empty. This is where you get the sword, isn't it? Look at that. Darn bandit keeps turning up in the weirdest places. Hysteria is not a big country. There are only so many places one can hide. So why the heck is he so hard to catch? Yeah, you're not allowed to... Or you can go in here, but you cannot enter. Yeah. This is... Spoilers, Darm Tower. The final dungeon of the 2 dungeons in the game. Darm Tower's swarming with monsters. Some are even equipped with swords and armor. It's sickening. If I were to go in there, I think I'd probably just let muscle impulses take over and try not to think. Alright, well, time to go back. On the road again. Alright, there we go. Oh my god. It's the 2 dudes. Alright, fight me. Fight me like a man. One-on-one. Mano-y-mano. No, okay. Save really quickly. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so... There we go. Level 3, here we come. That was scary. Yeah, it's so hard to be off-center. No, not like this. That actually scared me when he came out of nowhere. Fight me again. Come back. They're confused. Alright. Like this. Yeah, okay. Save really quickly. Luckily, this game has really, really quick saves. So that your downtime is pretty low. Fight me on the side so I don't like push you. Alright, well, that's fair enough. I think how they kind of like jiggle over your body is like they're styling on you. It kind of looks like that. Alright, now your friend is coming. Your friend wants some. Alright, your friend got some. That's tough. That's tough. Come back. just need to survive one more hit. And also not fight two at once. I think that there were 3 dudes here. Whoop. Yeah, there were 3 dudes here. Oh, that's... I'm getting impatient. Alright, let's just heal up here. You actually don't even need to have like both hands on your keyboard, by the way, to play this game. Alright. You did that to yourself, buddy. Yeah. One of the nice things is that you don't need your right hand unless you want to use magic. Oh my god. That's off. That was like right on center. That was like exactly center. Not like this. Oh my god. It's so hard on Nightmare. What is this? I need to get the shield really quickly. Otherwise, don't think I'm going to be able to do the first dungeon. But at least this is a really good strat, which is not actually playing the game fairly. Come on. Alright. Yeah. Let me just grind up a little bit. Alright, send another one at me. Just one at a time, please. I'm a little baby. Ugh. Also, please don't come at me sideways. Alright. Please remove yourself from the ramparts. Alright, come at me. Not sideways. Don't bring a friend. I think he's aggroed. See, it's so hard to judge where they are when they're coming sideways. I thought I was going to get it right there. Save. Where's your friend? Doesn't one spawn here? One spawns there. Come at me. Come sideways. There we go. One more save. I have screwed myself with the saves before though. Because it's essentially like a save state, right? So if you save in a really bad location, you can just die over and over again. Nope. Nope. Oh jeez. Where? Huzzah! Alright, now we're 2-hitting them. I thought it also scaled like enemy health, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just, maybe it's like a damage multiplier for both of us. That would be sick. Yeah. I do need to go get the shield though. I wonder how many hits I can tank. Can I just face tank these guys now? More or less, I guess. That's neat. No, you met Goban, have you? I told you he wasn't your average run-of-the-mill thief, didn't I? There have been some robberies left and right these days, but I just don't believe Goban is to blame. Alright, cool. Alright, so we'll tell Mayor Man. Is this Mayor Man, or is this is the mayor? Yeah, because the mayor has the lady outside of it. Mayor is not there. Hello. When I woke up this morning, no, this is Luta. We were already talked to you. This is Mayor Man. Hello. Do you mean to tell me it wasn't the thieves? They're not the ones who stole the silver bell? How am I supposed to believe that? Who else would do such a thing? I suppose there was that man in the black cape who several villagers saw on the mountain road. Is it the very suspicious person? Maybe. Possibly. Do you have an armory in this very small town? Can I buy a fish from you? Old man Pablo, or pure from a Commonwealth country, ZZZZ. Probably not you. What do you have to say? Back in my mining days, I once came across an old chamber filled with light, and therein I saw the most beautiful statues of 2 goddesses. It felt sacred, like I was looking on the guardian spirits of the mine. Since then, we miners have been praying each day. One day, one of the goddess statues just disappeared without a trace. We all took that to be an omen, but what does it mean? Alright, let's go buy a shield, and then we can go get the I guess the prophecy from the fortune teller. Yeah. Surprising how much easier this gets after just 1 level. This is not what I remember. Can I just... Oh yeah, see, I only took one HP of damage. How about you? See, this strat works if you have enough damage. Maybe it just doesn't work because I didn't have enough damage. Just run sideways into them. Please. Like that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you do no damage. Yeah, look at that. Went from being one shot to destroying everything in just 2 levels. It did take a little bit. Yeah, look at that. I don't even have the shield equipped. I wonder if it does scale your damage. If it's just like a global damage multiplier, that would be sick. I've only beat this game once though. I don't know. That is like how I think difficulty should be handled in games. Kind of how I want to design my games is, you know, if I did put a damage or a difficulty setting in my games, I think just having it be like a damage multiplier is good. So like if it almost like incentivizes like speedruns of the game to be played on higher difficulties, whereas isn't it like the speedrun for Fallout New Vegas, or pretty much for all the Fallouts, they do them on the easiest difficulty? If only because your damage values like don't really change, it's just like enemy scaling and enemy health bars that change. Let's avoid talking to anybody. Been playing this just one hand for a little bit. Oh, welcome. Let's buy a shield. Which shield would you like? A small shield. What? How much? Actually, how much do I have? Let's just skip the small shield. Ah, all right. Well, buy the small shield for now. Heck yeah. Speak to you. Offense is a great luxury, but defense is an absolute necessity. As such, proper armor is vital. They say the best defense is a good offense, but if the situation gets ugly, offense won't matter. What was that last word? I thought it was gonna say one bit. Balls, balls. Hello, Needle Mouse. How are you doing today? We're playing a very old game, but I've been trying. I do want to beat all these games on Nightmare. I think I've only beat one Yeast game on Nightmare. Or actually maybe it was 2 Yeast games. I've beat most of them on hard. I haven't beat these games on hard, the first 2 games. Because they're very difficult. Welcome. Buy weapons. How much is a longsword? I had 2,000. Alright, well. We could grind for better weapons. But let's just go speak to Fortune Teller Lady. This game isn't very long as well, which is also what I don't feel too bad about. Playing this on stream. Swordsman, thank you for returning. Tell me, are you familiar with the books of Yeast? I am, actually. I've beat this game before. Glad you asked then. I'm glad I asked then. I recently found out that one of the books of Yeast is in the Mountaintop Shrine. Swordsman, will you seek the books? Yeah, sure, why not? You will? Ah, Swordsman, you are truly the man I've been seeking. We're in. Thank you so very, very much. Please take this with you. It will show you the way within the shrine. Sarah's crystal has been given. And yeah. Also, don't worry. This will not take the place of regular streams. First, please visit Jeba in the village of Zepik. She is my aunt. She knows a great deal about the history of Yeast. I am certain she will be of aid to you. Zepik village? Yep, I've been there. I was just there. Alright, so let's get going with the gear we have. Without talking to anyone else. Actually, let's talk to... Look at this. Welcome, oh my, a stranger. Don't worry, traveler. This city of Mania is a safe haven from the monsters. You have nothing to worry about here. Alright, I thought there was some actual dialogue. You guys look like you guys can say something. Look at that. Bartender, yes. New face. From whence did you come, sir? Barbado, did you? Isn't it Barbados? Barbado? You say, oh, you're the lad who crossed the storm wall then. I heard about you from members of the Barbado militia when they came here on their rounds. Sorry if I sounded a bit suspicious when I asked you where you're from. Lately there have been a lot of break-ins, so I thought maybe you were casing my establishment. Muscular man. My name's Garrick. I've been hired by the city to track down those dirty thieves. Will you have a drink with me? Sure, why not? I didn't learn much about the crooks, but I did find out that long ago there were rhoda trees in Asteria. Never heard of a rhoda tree before. Its seeds are said to be one of the finest delicacies in the world. I'd love to taste one just once before I die. Don't suppose you've come across any, have you? One-eyed man. Would you hear out a humble patron of this fine watering hole? Yeah, sure, why not? Somewhere in this general area, I lost a beautiful sapphire ring I purchased as a gift for my wife. Without it, I feel as if I can't even face her. Darnable thieves, I'd wager this is their doing. Okay. I'm pretty sure you can buy the sapphire from the general store. Is this the general store, or is this just like a big building? This is just a big building. Nice. Can I sleep in your bed? That's a feature in Yeast too. Oh, hello? Stand aside, please. There are patients to be seen. I'm Dr. Klaus. Alright, well. Oh, hello. Another waifu. Lisa. I need medicine. This potion is made from the red digitalis plant that grows on the mountain and can heal any injury? No. Talk to Nurse Lisa. It's been quite busy in here ever since the monsters started showing up. People are always getting hurt. Dr. Klaus went to make a house call at Epic Village since they have no medical facility or staff there. And also no armed guard. No armed guards either. Very strange. Oh, it's you. Ria. I'm Ria, poet and troubadour. My priceless silver harmonica has been stolen and I don't know what to do. I value it nearly as much as my own life. Alright, well, is that it? But until now, I've been traveling in search of that perfect melody. I play ancient songs lost to the sands of time, dug from the depths of Asteria's long forgotten past. But without my silver harmonica, I can play nary a single note. Is that it? Swordsman, if you should learn any clues as to the whereabouts of my harmonica, would you please tell me? Anything at all, be it rumor or fact, please. Please. Alright, cool. Goodbye. Yeah. So, do you think she's just gonna be a throwaway NPC? Hard to say. I'm not really sure. She did have a character portrait, but it could really mean anything. Who knows? Also, I am realizing now that on my stream overlay, my some of the stream stuff is actually covering up the enemy health bar, but it's okay. I think the suspense is probably a good thing. Keeps you guessing as to how far along I am with the combat. Oh, that reminds me. Combat. Remember to equip the shield. Instead of just trying to box them with my bare fists, like I was doing for like the first 5 minutes. He's so strong now. I wonder if it is damage scaling. I need to look that up. Alright. So it's not a fail-proof strategy to just try to walk diagonally into them. It is good most of the time though. Now I know that there are a few secrets somewhere. If we just keep walking around, oh, it's you. Goodbye. I don't think I was supposed to do that, but we're gonna live with our choices. I just killed a hamster. Just killed another hamster. Oh, this is where we find the trees. Do you do any damage? I don't think you do. Mmm, delicious hamster meat. Yeah, I remember this. Oh. Big wolf. Yeah, the wolves, if they're really fast, it's better to go at them diagonalies. If they're kind of slow, you do want to try to actually interface with the combat system and try to attack them off-center. Okay, so you can talk to the tree. I think this is a kind of a sequence break. Let's go. Accidentally speedrun it. Nope. Because we don't have any rhoda fruit. Alright, well, that was cool. Neat cutscene. Yeah. This game is all about just like running into enemies and then trying to stun lock them. Like that. Yeah. Only took 1 pip of damage. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Alright, where am I going? Let's... This is the abandoned village. Oh, jeez. Those wolves are fast, man. There is the cave here. I don't think I want to go in the cave yet. He says as he's about to go into the cave. I did unequip my shield. Oh, I remember this. Oh. Okay. Is there a better way of doing that? Come at me. Oh, there's two of you. Oh, okay, goodbye. Can't do any damage. It's very JRPG in that you do need to have levels and like good equipment. So even if you know how to play the game and you know how to fight all the enemies, if you don't have the required levels, you're just gonna have a very bad time. Oh my god. Look at that knockback, dude. Yeah, diagonal strats are usually pretty good. Even if it does sometimes cause you to take a pip of damage, oh my god. It does also sometimes prevent you from getting knocked back, which might be a glitch that I'm taking advantage of. When I was young, she told me all about the history of Asteria long ago. This is a bigger, lovelier country ruled by two goddesses. Alright, cool. Who... It's you. It's your house, right? Yeah, let's talk to you. Sarah's crystal, I see. So you're the swordsman Sarah has been seeking all this time. You intend to find the book of yeast within the shrine, do you? I believe you'll be needing this key then. Shrine key has been obtained. The ruins atop the mountain were once known as Solomon's Shrine. If one of the books of yeast is there, it will no doubt be somewhere in the shrine's lower levels. The entrance to the lower levels is well hidden, but that crystal will show you the way. Virtually anything that might await you in there, however. Make certain you're well prepared before you go. I don't know. We're just gonna send it. Actually, what do you... Any other dialogue? What? Yeah. Alright, cool. Probably should get one more level beforehand. So let's see. Oh. Easy. Alright, let's just... Yeah. So as long as we're able to eat one hit, diagonal strats will work. And then I can just grind up really quickly for a slightly easier time. Because I do remember, I'm pretty sure there is a boss that I need to fight, and that's going to be very scary. So I don't remember anything about their attack patterns. There we go. Just eat the first hit, and we're fine afterwards. Or just get hit over and over again. There we go. We're so close. Give me one level. Level, please. A level, please. Bring your friends this time. It's okay. I've grown up. Oh no. Maybe not. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so now this is when we no longer heal by just standing still. This one looks different. Alright. Yeah. It's locked? Okay. I think if you just... No, it's on the right. Right? No, if you just go... Yeah, you need to go right, yeah. You need to go right, and then you loop all the way back around. And then one of these... There's a jail cell somewhere. The ruby has been obtained. Nice. What does this do? Item. It's a key. It's a ruby. Sparkles in the light. Okay. Neat. Where are we going? Yeah, it's not this way. Yeah. All the way around. the long way, if you will. Alright, so let's save really quick. Use the key, use the shrine key. Yeah, here's the boss fight. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my god. Are you ever going to stop? How am I supposed to hit you? Oh my god. Please. Also, did the graphics get really grainy? I hit it slightly. Got hit by the flames. Alright, load me, load me. Alright, send me. Yeah, it gets really grainy. Got hit by the flames. Oh my god. The flames do so much damage, dude. But he doesn't stay on the field long enough for me to hit him. There we go. Oh my god, that does 12 pips of damage. Not like this. Oh my god. That was not even 10%. Alright. I think I need... What's my... Alright. Do any of these items do anything? Yeah. Got the crystal. How do I use items again? Nope. Oh, that's my inventory button. Item button is... semicolon. I don't know. We can try this. Doesn't do anything. Oh my god. Okay. Please. Just try to alternate. Take your time. Like this. Wait for your moment. Did I take a hit there? Like this. Just to let him spawn on top of you. And also, if he spawns too close to the other flames, you're screwed. Like this. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, the flames. Just bounce. No, I got greedy. Alright, you know what? I'll be right back. I need the restroom. I'm losing my mind. Let's try this again. I'm back. Should probably actually use my my AFK overlay instead of just like running off. Alright, load me. How does this look on stream? It does look significantly blurrier. Stop. Oh my god. No, don't do it. Just send me, dude. File load. All right, I need to be able to tank a few hits, or at least not get chunked for 12 HP every single time I get hit by flames. I know this strat, but I don't feel confident enough in myself to do it that consistently. Alright. Alright. So these are probably the only things that we can consistently kill pretty easily. So I guess I'll just farm off these guys. For... was it 2,000 for a new sword? Well, no. Sword would be nice. For sure. I need more armor, though. Was it here that had the 3 guys in really quick succession? I'm getting lazy now. Wait for it to regen. No. $18.92. So if I just run back all the way to the main city, I can get an upgrade really quick. Kill these guys a lot faster. There's a 3. Yeah. See, they don't do any damage. 1992. Even though they were one-shotting me earlier. The levels in this game are really strong. Maybe I'm just under-leveled. Please. I need to compare this against my old save file though. They do feel faster, but maybe it's just because the screen is stretched out more and I played this on a smaller screen. Could be. Could be. Alright. 2242. Wait for it. There's no other place to grind, unfortunately, as well. Like, I'm pretty sure these guys will give the most EXP possible. And they're also, well, not the most EXP possible at this point, but they're also the only ones that I can actually hit at my current attack power. Yeah. Just eat one hit. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, let's get a sword upgrade and then an armor upgrade. And then we can do it. Probably. If not, we'll just have the grave, or we'll have to grind for an sword and armor upgrade. And then if that doesn't do it, then grind for a shield upgrade as well. But that's a lot of grinding. Just for the first boss. Which isn't that hard. I just can't take too many hits. Which is fine. But I'd rather have the tiny buffer. Alright, almost at 3,000. I need 3,500. Then I can get the 2 upgrades I need. Or I would like to have. I don't need it. I think if I just bang my head against that boss, I could probably do it. The strat, not too difficult. It'll just take a while. Endurance boss is not my favorite kind of gameplay. For sure. Yeah. It's almost the same way for me with like taking tests, right? I remember when I was back in school, you know, in accounting, those exams would last for, like, those are 4-hour exams. And you needed every single hour in order to just complete it, because accounting isn't hard, right? But you do need to keep track of like a million numbers all at once to solve each problem. It's like, oh, you know, if your EBITDA is blah 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 or whatever, you know, if you mess up even one calculation, then the entire problem is wrong, which is painful, right? Because it's like a 12-step process, and each process relies on numbers from the earlier processes. So, I mean, I passed the exam, or I passed the classes, I should say. So there's like financial accounting and managerial accounting. Managerial accounting, more my style, if only because it's more, you know, like, here's the rules and regulations for this company. Based on this, what is the correct calculation you should use? Alright, well, I still hate this, but at least this is something that plays towards my strengths more. Which is like understanding why things happen, as opposed to, you know, just financial accounting, which is, here's some numbers, calculates, you know, their annualized tax rate. I don't care. Yeah. Although I will say, you know, most people at the school I went to, they'll actually take accounting at like a different school. So they don't have to take accounting at my university, right? Because it is like a renowned weed out class. So if you can't make it in accounting, tough luck. But also, if you just want to take accounting somewhere else and transfer in the credit, we'll give it to you. Which has always kind of struck me as weird, but you know, you can't have everyone fail. Whoop. Oh, and we're almost to the next level as well. You know what? Let's grind it out. What level are we? I think we're probably around level 4. So this will be level 5. So 33% of the way there to the level cap, I think. Or is the level cap 20? I don't know. There we go. Oh my god, no. Alright, please spawn someone else. Fighting you in the corner here, very scary. 38. Alright, 38. I think like 3 more kills and I'm leveled up, I think. See, I was offset there. I wonder if it's because they move faster. Or maybe I'm just bad. Yeah, that was 4 kills. There we go. Let's go buy sword upgrade, shield up, or sword upgrade, armor upgrade. Not here. Zepic Village. Is it? Oh, it was up there. That's how we get out of here. Run all the way back. Can now one-shot a lot of these, which is nice. Instead of being just in fear of them constantly. Yeah, I think the level cap is 15, yeah, because it looks like my health bar is also like 33% filled. There we go, yeah, now we're just one-shotting everything. So just run back. Blast this nerd. Isn't there a chest down here somewhere? Yeah, well, it lets you see the chest, I suppose. There's something over there. I need to figure out how to get to that area of the map. I feel like it's just an opening from one of them, from the mine shaft. Slash this dude. Alright. Alright, I think I have my mental map of this planned out fairly well. One of these shops has the sapphire as well. Welcome. Buy weapons. How much is the Talwar, actually? Alright, can't buy the Talwar. Alright, let's get the longsword. 2,000 gold, sounds reasonable. Thank you. Leave, come again. Alright, welcome. So let's buy armor, plate mail. Made of numerous interlocking metal plates, heavy, but it offers unparalleled defense. Sounds great. Use well, and the shield, this is 2,000 as well, that's tough. Nope, not how you do it. Let's see, we'll equip. It's only an increase of 10. Okay. That's tough. That's tough. Let me see if I can find the general store. So this does not look like a general store, I'll be honest with you. Mayor, when the Martians started attacking, a lot of people moved here from Raston and Barbados Port. Yamania is protected by walls, but we can't just shut ourselves away in here, we gotta fight back. Cool, cool. Alright, let's go fight the boss again, and let's also save. Yeah, the general store, by the way, is over here. Came to me. Oh ho ho, something you need. Speak to shopkeeper. Red hair is rare around here. You're not from around these parts, are you? I'm from the mainland myself, but I got trapped on this lousy island by the storm wall. I think I can cut you a good deal since you're a fellow foreigner. Bye. So mirror, I don't remember what the mirror does. Wing lets you teleport back to town. This is the sapphire ring that the guy was looking for. Wouldn't the sapphire be great to give to your girlfriend? I bet she'd be thrilled. That'd be 1,000 gold. Yeah, why not? Give it to me. You don't have enough, sorry, but I've got a business to run. Speak to shopkeeper. You probably weren't aware about being an outsider and all, but this place has been crawling with thieves. And thieves are no good for business at all. Even before the storm wall, I had run-ins with them. Gold vases and silver armor. Expensive stuff, you know? It's extremely annoying. I hope to catch the rascals who took them and hang them at the dry. Can I talk to you about the sapphire? Okay. Cancel. No? Can I just tell him? I don't think you can. Oh, before the monster show, we used to always play under the huge tree in the plains, but we can't do that now. The grown-ups won't let us go outside the city walls anymore. Yeah, understandable. You'll get one shot. Let me in, please. Get out of the way. I would like to tell this man, is a one-eyed man. No. He does give you something, I think. I don't remember though. Alright. Let's go fight the first boss. This is gonna be tough. Can more or less just one-shot everything though. If we need to, we can grind up for a better shield as well. I think you can get all of the starting armors, or I guess tier 3 armor and shield at this point in the game. You just can't get the tier 3 sword. Mere gold. No, this isn't it. So if worst comes to worst, we could grind a bit more. Guess me is trouble with so many elder people here. We're sitting ducks to the ghouls should come knocking. Though we haven't been attacked yet, not even once. Supposedly all thanks to the village's treasure, the silver bell. Silver bell. You know what? No, I don't need potions. Potions are for cowards. It would help though. Ugh. Alright, run inside. Give me a save as well. Why not? Or you know what? Yeah, I will need to save here, right outside, so I can hit it with a quick restart. So remember, first shrine save is the start of the shrine, second shrine save is just here. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it. I'm ready. Please. It's still 12. Oh my god. Just kill me. Load me. Alright, save me again, so I don't have to wait. Sit here, sit in the middle. Yeah, I just need to alter. Oh my god. It's so tough, man. The margin for error is so low. No. No. It's like you need to sit in the middle so you can balance between top and bottom rows. But sometimes there's just not enough space there. Or is there like a different strat I'm not seeing? Oh no, you're too far away. No. There we go. Too far away. Too far away. Please. Okay. The upgraded sword did it. Only needed 2 hits. Alright. Bust through. You know what? Save over that. We're going in. Alright. We 2-shot these guys. But this is where we do need to rescue the girl. Alright. We only take 1 pip of health. Well, we're 1 pip of damage from these lads as well. Oh my god. Should try to avoid just taking needless damage in dungeons though. One of these has a girl in them. Does not appear empty, yeah? I need the key. Oh. Oh no. Please, fight me top down so I can cheese you. It's locked, okay. Wasn't aware. Spiders, or are these ants or are these spiders? These look like ants. Or do these only have 2 legs? Alright, I'm coming up on a level up as well. Oh my god. You're so fast. Level ups restore all your health, so I just need to remember that that's my cutoff point. Where's the... I need to get to the next level down. And that's probably where the key is. Why am I here? Why did I walk into this room? There's nothing here. Not even any monsters. Okay. We'll walk down. Can I save? I can. Hello, Knock. Like Crabger Gaming. What the heck is going on? Well, usually on my off days I play like console games. But I did want to play through the rest of the Yeast series because I realized I didn't play them all on the hardest difficulty. And so I figured on my off days, if I'm already, you know, on my computer, might as well stream it, right? So yeah. Most of these games, most of the 3D games I've played on hard and nightmare. Most of these 2D ones though, they're very difficult, so I play them on normal or hard. Oh no. Because look how fast these guys move. It's not like super visible on stream, but they move very fast. Prison key. Oh no, and then also you get ganked. Yeah. So this isn't taking the place of normal programming streams, but please. Bump system. Yeah, just only on my off days whenever I'm like playing PC games. Yeah. Have you played any of the Yeast games before, Knock? They're very tough. I was just worried the world was ending. Hey, I play video games sometimes. I just don't usually stream them. Oh my god. Nope, never. Hey, Yeast 1 and 2, highly recommended. They have a system it's very mobile game style, actually. Oh, I wasted my level up. Where you can play this with pretty much, or the combat system can be played with just one hand. It's the bump system. So you need to bump into enemies kind of offset in order to hit them. But if they bump into you, then they'll do damage. Yada yada. Oh, I was already here. Oh, no, I was not here. Treasure box key has been obtained. Treasure box key. Yeah. They're also fairly quick to play. Like, I think my normal playthrough only took like 6 hours. I think if I was looking at my play time correctly. No. I am just taking a prodigious amount of damage, though. So I'm getting a little nervous. B3. Yeah. God, it's so hard to joust these guys from the side. Give me something. Ivory key. I just have a pretty good amount of keys now. Let's see. 3 keys. 3 additional keys plus the shrine key. Yeah, but the music in most of these Yeast games, very, very good. No. 39 health. Oh my god. Please come out here so I can joust you from the side. Yeah. Joust you top to bottom. Yeah, so it's basically just like jousting. That's the the best way to describe the combat system. Oh no. 9 health left. I think I'm getting pretty close to level up though, so I don't feel bad. No, I'm not very close to level up at all. So let's just not get hit again. Easy enough. Oh no, not these guys. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's joust you. Like this. Yeah, exactly like that. So how have you been, Knock? I'm going to run out of the dungeon before I get one shot. Because you cannot heal up inside of the dungeon. And I also do not have any potions. Oh, oh no. Yeah. I was feeling like I wanted to, I guess, work on something today, but I've just been feeling very unmotivated. So instead of programming on stream, we're playing games on stream. I think I am like super burnt out from the Ludum Dare. Oh no. There we go. Ludum Dare really took it all out of me. Used too many brain cells. Let me see. Is the... Here we go. Just started hearing Jeffrey. That's good. That means it's working. I'm glad you guys are now on a first name basis as well. Forever in your hearts. Alright, please let me out. So I might just sit at the entrance and heal. Look at that. I think this is an okay regeneration system. It's not my favorite, but it does incentivize you not to take damage. Otherwise, you just need to sit here and wait to heal. Game Jam's gonna take it out of you. I've only done one that lasted 1 weekend, but that was uni day, so I was always exhausted. Yeah, so you don't feel it as much anymore. I've done a few game jams. Ludum Dares though, I feel like those are the most high intensity because they just have the most people doing them. Yeah, I also don't usually stay up that late to do them. Or whenever I do game jams, I'll do like, I don't know, I'll work on it for like maybe 12 hours out of the 48 allotted and not feel too bad about it. I think this is one of the first ones where I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Especially since I'm doing it on stream, so it's content. Anyways, let's go back in. I think I don't need potions, I just need to rescue the one girl. And we should be fine. We can progress the storyline. To be honest, I recently burned myself out, so I was unproductive for like a month. I'm still recovering. Programming, not even once. Oh my god. Alright, send me back to the entrance. There we go. Other than work, yeah, no programming. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to... I used to like to do writing, or like 3D modeling. Writing and 3D modeling. I like to do all the creative processes around like game development. I've recently started a roguelike for fun. Is it like a rogue style roguelike? So you do like tile-based movement? Or is it more of a... Oh my god. Please. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do one of those just in my free time. Or maybe as part of the little internet relay thing I have going on. Where's the pages? I'm using graphics though. Yeah, I think there are a few games like that, like modern games made in Unity that use like, I guess rogue style mechanics, but they use modern graphics. It's almost like a Dwarf Fortress almost with the texture packs. Kenny, oh, the 1-bit pack. I use the 1-bit pack as well. I used that for that one game. Kenny asset packs though, very good. Although the 1-bit pack, it feels like that's something I could do, but you know, I guess that was already pre-made. Face me. I want to do more music though, but I don't want to do music on stream. I get I get very self-conscious whenever I do any compositions on stream. One of the few things I still get really self-conscious about. Video game playing technique though, confident. You know, the point is you don't have to do because Kenny is awesome. Yeah, that's true. I do follow Kenny on Twitter, and I do respect the hustle. He is starting up his like he's doing like a game dev kind of like studio. Not really like a studio, but it's like an indie game dev like workspace, if that makes sense. Oh no, it's not you. Oh my. Oh, I got one shot. Yeah, but he bought like... I hate everything. I started back here. Whenever I was doing all Blender too, but I couldn't do that either. Yeah. Did you just like watch a lot of Netflix or whatever? In classic millennial fashion? I started the donut tutorial, but I figure everyone has to do it. Yeah, I did the donut tutorial as well. The donut tutorial, very good. Highly recommended. Adol used the prison key. Oh, okay. So let's save. This is story, big story hours. Best grill. Canonically, the love interest. Spoilers, by the way. No, I don't like watching Netflix either. But have you watched Dark or the critically the one that everyone is talking about, Squid Game? I still need to finish Dark. And then I want to watch Squid Game after that. Who are you? Adol introduced himself and explained his reason for coming to the shrine. My name is Fina. It feels like I've been locked up down here. The translation in this is a bit wonky. I never really realized it until I started like saying it out loud. I've been locked up down here. Or English is just weird like that. Locked up down here for my entire life. It feels like I've been locked up down here for my entire life. I've spent most of my time starting and quitting games. Understandable. I'm the same way. I remember it was a man in a black cape who put me here. He's a terrible man who seems to control the very movements of the monsters. It's dangerous here. You should forget about me. Please, hurry. Get away from here while you can. Well, you do come back later. Take her with you. You're going to help me? You're saying I can leave this place? Oh, baby. Adol. Thank you so very much. Adol swore to Fina he would lead her to a safe place. Mask of Eyes has been attained. Well, I'm not usually like this. I think this is the first time I've really burnt out. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like when I was working on the game stuff yesterday, I just wasn't feeling it, unfortunately. But I'm trying to force myself to do it, which is what streaming is nice for. Let's see. The man in the black cape put that mask in here with me. Perhaps it could be of use to you. What does the mask do? It lets you see hidden stuff. So I put this on. Yeah, you can't see anything anymore, but you can see secrets. Isn't it something like this? If you push her into the corner and just do this, you can get an achievement? Or is it like this? And it's called Measuring Fina? No? Is it not here? I didn't realize it was this bad. What is this? What is this bad? Prison key. Oh, jeez. Please don't kill her, by the way. Burning out? Yeah, burning out sucks, man. Like at work, I'm nowhere close to burning out. If only because they refuse to give me more work, but it's like, no, don't kill her. She can die. No, don't kill her. I'm so mad. Alright. Yeah, it's not like, I don't know, it's just like the lack of motivation to do stuff, but I know that if I ever stop, I guess my schedule of streaming, like that, I guess the one time last year I did that, it'll be really difficult for me to start again. Alright, so I know there's one place in the prison where you can go, and then you can get an achievement. I've never gotten it though. Oh no, don't kill her. Nah. Alright, let's save next time. Actually, let's not even do that. I know there's an achievement for killing monsters around Fina, so you can level her up. I'm not gonna do that though, because this is nightmare difficulty. Alright, send me. Just hold B. Take her with you. Alright, grab the mask. Listen to the sound effect. Alright, there we go. Alright, save this time. Save. Alright, and then very carefully, we'll walk you to the exits. Like, do you see how fast these things... Oh my god, they move so fast, and I also don't remember the way back. It's like somewhere to the left. So, just face tank it. Not the ants. Oh my god, there's so many guys now. Run faster. Alright, is it up or is it up? And it's this one. It's the big one. Not the ants. Not like this. Move faster. No. Alright, this is fine. Alright, there we go. Easy. Save once again. And there we go. No, there's somewhere here where you can push her up against like a one tile wide corridor. And then you get like a really lewd achievement. I've seen it. I'm not achievement hunting though. Do you want spoilers, Knock? I played through the entire series, but so this is not my first rodeo. But probably never gonna play this, so sure. Okay, so this lady is she's one of the goddess statues So previously they said that there were 2 statues. Oh my god, I forgot about this. So there are 2 goddess statues that the miners found on this weird island. Hello? Are you gonna move? And one of them... No, don't kill her. Not like this. No. Oh no, come on. They kill her so fast. I think this game does damage scaling the way I think I would do it, which is where it doesn't change your health, and it doesn't change the enemy health. It just changes how much damage everyone does. Badly? No. I think like just changing how much damage everyone does, that's fair. So you kill things really quickly, but things also kill you really quickly, which is okay, except in this one instance, because freaking Fina doesn't have any armor. Yeah, but it's a pretty quick game. All right, kill you really quickly, and then we just gotta face tank all the damage. Come with me. Also, the default control scheme for this game uses the numpad, by the way, if you were interested. Don't kill her. Yeah, it's a very short game though. I beat it on normal in 6 hours. All right, we did it! Hooray! Yeah, but she's one of the goddesses, but she's actually not an angel. She's also not a goddess. She's just the previous race of people who were betrayed by someone. I'm just tired, that's all. Don't worry about me. Passes out. Being a lapse in... It should be lapses into unconsciousness. Adar felt her forehead and confirmed that she had a fever. Luckily, Jeba's house is very close. You're literally just saying words that describe every JRPG. Yeah, but this one's different, man. You don't understand. Gently lifted Fina over her shoulder and promptly carried her to the Jebas. She's sleeping well. The medicine should help. Add a good night's rest and she should be fine by morning. Still, no matter how you look at it, it's a very strange story. The sacred inner sanctum, sealed under the shrine for so long, becoming home to monsters. And a girl imprisoned there, no less. So much of this simply doesn't add up. I suppose nuance. As a JRPG fan, JRPGs suck. Yeah, most of the stories suck. Like, especially in like the more action-oriented ones, like the Ys series. It's not called YS, it's called Ys. The story's kind of bad, but it is coherent though through most of it. The later entries kind of aren't, but the first few are at least consistent. All right, yeesh, yeesh. I get it. If you up and about soon enough, good as new. All right. Hello. The medicine seemed to have kicked in. Fina's breathing was steady and her fever had subsided. Alright. I know in Ys 2, you can actually get in bed. You can sleep in other NPCs' beds, which is a bit weird. I have the achievement for that as well, because I just did it accidentally. Alright. What am I supposed to do at this point? Oh, I'm supposed to go farther into the dungeon. Alright. So let's go buy better armor. Alright. God, everything runs so fast. I wonder if it... Oh, please. I got stun locked for a little bit there. Oh my god. Build up a little bit of extra stuff. I do know that the mask that I got from the dungeon, pretty sure it can be used here. So if I put it on, nope, I am just an idiot. So the mask has a few purposes. One is that it reveals hidden passageways, or hidden passages, I should say, but also hides enemies. But also, in addition to revealing hidden passages, it also allows you to move into the hidden passages. So even if you know where the hidden passages are, you need the mask equipped, which kind of sucks. Makes it hard to sequence break, even if you know what you're doing. Yeah. There is an optimal strategy to the combat in this game, though, which is like be able to tank one hit and then just move diagonally into the enemy. And then usually it results in you taking one hit, but with almost no knockback, so then you can stun lock the enemy. So the pretty much all the nuance to the combat system is like stun lock the enemy, don't get stun locked yourself. Alright, let's see. So we can talk to one of the people. Actually, can I get a weapon upgrade? I forget when you can get the tier 3 weapon here. So buy weapons, Talwar. Regrettably, can't get it. That's fine. Let's see. We'll buy... What is the reflex mail? 5,000 gold. Absolutely not. How about the large shield? Made of steel, it's durable and can stand to any attack thrown at you. 6,000. The shields cost more than the armor. I wonder if it's just worth it to farm a little bit, but maybe not. Because I also need to complete that other side quest, which is get back my man's